There was not any snow on the ground at all, and we lived in a different house. We lived in the house where she and Big Brother got out the back door and went to the little junk man store. We lived in that house. So she was going to be 1 year old, and I put pink curlers in her hair. She had just a little bit of hair. I put a curler up here and some curlers back here. And I was going to make her a birthday cake. I think the cake was pink, if I remember correctly. And we put one little candle in the middle of her cake, and then we had to wait for Papa to come home from work. We always had our children's birthday cake after Papa got off work. And so we set it in the middle of the table, and I put milk in her bottle, and I put milk in Big Brother's David's bottle, because he was still drinking out of a bottle too. I mean, I about had two babies, you know. One was 2 and one was 1, and so they both drank their milk out of the bottle. And I got out the plates and the forks, and we put a new pink dress on Miss Crook for her birthday, and we lit the candle, and Papa was going to hold her down so she could blow out the candle, and we tried to show her how to blow. And Big Brother David, he had practice because his birthday was just before, and he had 2 candles, and he could blow them out. And so we were all showing her how to blow, like this. And so Papa held her down thinking she would blow, and you know what she did? She took out her little fingers and she went right for that flame. It was just like she thought she could pick it up. The fire! And so Papa jerked her back right quick before she could burn her finger. And we let Big Brother David blow out her candle because it was useless trying to get her to blow out her candle. All she could do was spit. So we let Big Brother David blow out her candle. And then we put her some cake. And we put her in her high chair, but she didn't want to stay in the high chair, so we stood her up in the chair and put the cake in front of her, and we gave her a spoon to eat with. And she put the spoon down and ate with her hands. You know what she did? She would take the cake and mash it in her mouth. And it wasn't long until she had...
That's what babies do.
That's right. You're exactly right. That's what babies do. They just put the food in. And of course, if it's not good to them, they'll spit it right back out, won't they? But this was good. I mean, cake is sweet, and everybody likes cake. And so she kept putting that cake in her mouth and squishing it on her face. And of course, she got some on her dress and some in her hair. She wasn't too neat an eater, but she's just 1, remember? And she'll learn manners maybe when she's 2 or 3 or 4. Not when she's 1. And then we took her and set her on the floor in the living room to let her open her presents. And we didn't have very much money, so she just had 2 little presents. And she got a little pink telephone, and when you would dial it, would put your finger in the dial and put a 1 or a 2 or a 3, well, it would ding really loud. And Big Brother David liked it better than she did. Have you seen that kind of phone before?
Yeah, my friend has an orange one.
Okay, we've got to listen.
And then she got a little stacking toy with all these rings on it that are different sizes, and you put them over this. Yeah, that's one of the first toys that babies like because they can learn to put the little ring on the spoke, on the little pedestal. So we gave her that, and that was her first birthday. And then we blew bubbles. We always had bubbles at the birthday parties because that was something I liked when I was a child growing up, was to blow bubbles. So we let them blow some bubbles. And there was no other kids present, just Big Brother David, and Papa and Nana was the only people that came to her birthday party. And we sang happy birthday, and we had a good time with her. And I took some pictures which I brought to share with you today. One has Papa and Big Brother David, and this one you can see that she's got cake on her face. I'm going to put them over on the table and let you come look. And there's one of their bottles that has milk in it. And then this picture here, it shows her eating the cake. And this picture shows Big Brother David trying to talk on her telephone. And she's just having a good time. She's glad David's having so much fun. It just doesn't bother her at all for him to play with her toys. She likes it just fine. And let me see if I can see anything else. Papa's trying to lick the cake off of her hand, but she won't be still long enough for him to lick her fingers. He was just playing like, I think, for the camera. I don't think he'd really lick her fingers. Did y'all like that Miss Crook's story?
Oh, yeah.